Welcome, everybody. My name is Karen. I'm going to be your facilitator this afternoon. Katie's in the chat. Some of you already did a monthly social with her this morning. So she'll be there to kind of help us out. I'm coming to you right outside of San Francisco in Marin County. And you can tell if she comes on, she's in a sweatshirt. She's in Scotland. I am nice and warm in in California. So I don't know where this heat wave is coming from. I was like, it must be a lot cooler where you are. So she confirmed, yes, it is. And I'm a little disappointed. It's going to hit into the 90s in California, Northern California next week. So, ugh. Is there anybody that this is their very first social? If so, put me in the chat, just kind of letting me know where we're at today. Oh, Cindy, welcome. Jan, welcome, welcome. Well, one thing to know is make sure that your chat is set to everyone if you want everyone to see it. If it says host and panelists, Katie and I are glad to see it, but it's just the two of us. It is a little bit of a weird month, just so that you know, because we're going to be finishing up in September, but really and truly the weekly setups in October. So it is a little bit weird. That's why Katie mentioned that we're going to have a mind map that is going to be special to this week and this week only. I'm already getting hot and pulling my hair up. All right, so let's go ahead. And if you haven't noticed, over here in the left-hand corner, you see this, everyone. That's what you want to be able to converse in the chat. Those who are new, cameras on for me only. You can stalk the chat or participate as much or as little as you would like. Oh, Chris, it's so glad to be here. I'm going to be here today, tomorrow morning, and Monday morning. And then unfortunately, I'm going to be taking a 2-month break for a surgery that I don't want to let my Sonder team down by having to find coverage last minute. But don't ever fear. I will be back. I just want to make sure I'm dependable when I do. I get to get a full hysterectomy. Yay. So yeah, it is what it is, right? Okay. So our community guidelines, real quick, be kind and courteous to yourself and others, especially to yourself. No promotions or spam. Denise, that's good to hear. Respect everyone's privacy. You might see a Sonder fan in the wild, but whatever happens in these conversations here, stay here. Oh, great. Thank you. You guys are such a wealth of information. I'm definitely going to be taking some notes on these. No hate speech or bullying, limit repetitive product and accessory questions. That's a really good thing to put into Sonder Club. Redirect customer care inquiries to hello@silkandsonder.com. Katie and I are contractors. We can't look at your account, like we don't have any of your personal information. So they are a Monday through Friday team. If you email them on a weekend, wait until Pacific Standard Time, because a lot of them are in California, some in Texas. And then lastly, Sonder Socials are a tool to help elevate your emotional health through the power of community, but you're responsible for your own emotions, well-being, and decisions. You guys are awesome. Yeah, mine's going to be full everything, but it's going to be laparoscopic, hopefully, and with a robot. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. So we are going to be diving in one last time into our theme of knowledge. Our agenda for today is we're going to do our bonus mind map, which Katie and Maya inspired. So that's going to be fun. Our rosebud thorn, and then we're going to get ourselves set up for the week. Okay, here's our mind map. Those who are new, this is something that is only at the weekly socials. It's not printed in your journal. You can do this on a scratch sheet or on a notes page. So here is your prompt. Imagine you have only 30 seconds to captivate someone's attention and leave a lasting impression. What is the core essence of who you are, both personally and professionally? How can you distill your unique experiences, skills, and aspirations into a concise and compelling statement? Explore your passions, values, and goals. This might also be a place, if you've done some core value work, that you could also lean into. What problems do you solve, or what unique perspective do you offer? So I will be completely and totally transparent with this. I have been jet lagged and the surgery had to get scheduled, and I just got back from Barcelona. I did not fill this one out on a separate sheet of paper because I was struggling with it. So I'm going to tell you how I am approaching it, though I haven't done the written portion yet. I'm going to, and I just want to be very blunt and open with you guys that not every prompt hits everybody the way they want it to. And so some of you may be able to write a novel on this. This one I'm struggling with a little bit. So I kind of think about like personally and professionally things that are unique to me. I find that I am very much an authentic person. I am all about self-care. I am all about physical fitness. But one thing that I can say that is a little different about me is that a lot of fitness instructors are, and I don't, I am giving a blanket statement here. If you're a fitness instructor and you do not abide by this, good for you. But a lot of fitness instructors are very, very strict, and it's all about the physical. And then we have a lot of self-care people who are all about the self-care portion, but not the physical health. So I like to be able to kind of meld the two together. So I would say that that is kind of my elevator speech or unique perspective of being someone who looks holistically at mind, body, and soul, and that I am also realistic about those things. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to play some music. This is some instrumental fall vibes. The very first one, if you recognize the song, throw it in the chat. I'll be curious. It will have to be those of you who are probably Gen X or older who might recognize this one. Okay, if you just came in or you're not finished, make sure you take a screenshot of the slide. You're always welcome to come back to it while we're working on other things, but we got a lot to get done today, and I want to make sure that you are going to have a really successful week this week. Up next is our rosebud thorn. If you're a newbie and do not have a journal, you could definitely do this on a sticky note or separate sheet of paper. If you are working in that September and you're finishing it out, this is going to be on page 56. Remember, the rose is a highlight, a bud is emerging opportunity. Excuse me. Okay, good. And that thorn is something that is a challenge. So for me, a rose this week is I was able to get some medication to hopefully get me through till November 1st, the day of my surgery, pain free, because I've been down and out about 3 days a week with endometriosis pain. A bud is that I am hosting at my Pilates studio a Honey Haven event. Tomorrow is going to have a reformer workout. We're going to make beeswax candles, a body scrub, and have different types of tea and honey pairing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And a thorn is just trying to get everything ready, trying to find coverage for the studio, etc., as I prepare for surgery. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to allow you some time to be able to work on this awesome rosebud thorn. Okay, left my camera on. Y'all saw me run out to grab some water to see if that could help with a little bit of tickle in my throat. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and thank you for those of you who have shared your rosebud thorns. Those of you who've had a hard week and some pain, definitely holding space for you, and I feel you. We are going to be moving into our October journal, looking at page 26. If you are finishing up your September journal, Monday is the last day of that journal. So starting in October, page 26. digging into our weekly planner. Now, as we change through the seasons, and I know I'm not going to say this quite right, but our Hugie, here are a couple of ideas that you might want to take into this cozy season, as some of us have seasons that are changing. Here's a 14-day challenge and a Monday through Sunday challenge. If this is something that absolutely resonates with you, go ahead and take a screenshot of this slide. Kimberly, I'm so sorry. I've had that happen when I was a school teacher as well. It's not ever fun. Another one that is a great one, just if you are new to take a screenshot with, is of this slide of all the different ways that you might, for page 26 or page 27, might want to repurpose. Anything can be a meal planner or food tracker. If you like that big space for something else, you can change something else to it. Daily affirmations, scriptures. I know a lot of you enjoy doing that. Work, project, or school study tracker, especially if you're breaking down a project. An exercise tracker. Some people do it by like the types of classes, the types of steps, those types of things. We also, some people will break down their cleaning. Some people are fly ladies, and there's also a mom one that people like. Got your little thumbs up on that one. I do not know how to turn that off, so I apologize. I've tried like 5 times. A mindfulness activity planner, end of day reflections, weekly appointments, garden tracker, tracking foods or symptoms or foods in there with symptoms. A dream tracker. I've tried that one in the past, just can't remember. 3 or 4 positives of the day. An outfit tracker. That might be because you want to, really press your style, or it might be because you're packing for something. A national day of list, a TV, podcast, movie watching plan, a gratitude log, or even a book plan. Building routines, a mini bingo board, a hooray, a list celebrating good things, even if it's small, or symptom tracker. So this week, I want to feel is the very first one that we're going to dive into. This might give you some ideas that you have not thought about. Maybe hopeful, comforted, playful, serene, pensive, energized, creative, cozy, inspired, focused, joyful, optimistic, loved, or relaxed. And then here are some examples from our Sonder fan. It can be one word, it could be a quote, it could be like possibilities where they listed several things. Over on the bottom left hand, it listed multiple. And then on the right hand side at the bottom, you see they wanted to feel more of something and less of something. Okay, so go ahead and write into the chat how it is that you want to feel this week. All right, Rev wants to feel less pain, girl. I am with you on that one. Loved, love that, Sarah. Joyful, focused, in my skin. Yes, being in your body is important. Yeah, I can go back to that slide with all the words. Pampered birthday month. Gloria, happy birthday. Less numb, absolutely. Safe and protected. These are fabulous. At peace. Okay, so from there, let's go into our weekly goals. So we're still on page 26. Now remember, you can do one goal, you can do 3 goals, you could do more than 3 goals. Just because it is giving us 3 goals does not mean that that is what you have to do. If you have a really busy week, maybe it's 1 goal. So just putting that out there. Here are some examples of some awesome goals. Over here, we have a me, home, and work. I have a mind, body, and family. 1, 2, and 3, work, body, mind. 1, 2, and 3. And then ways to repurpose if a goal does not sound awesome to you. It could be 3 your favorite quotes, 3 podcasts, movie, TV shows to watch. 3 new, it should not say summaries. We're moving into fall, should say fall. 3 ways to get excited for fall. 3 songs to explore of the week. Explore 3 topics you want to know more about. 3 new recipes, or maybe even a bingo board. Here are a couple other examples. Some people put some stickers on there. Mind, body, and spirit. Once again, Instagram, finish show, start trial. So that looks like maybe it's for their business. Revise, review, complete, rest, eat well, self-love, do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, make my goals a priority, practice gratitude. So all different ways that you're able to go about this. So I'm going to go off camera and give you some time. Share in the chat how it is that what your goals are this week, or if you are repurposing. Okay, that was from a Hungarian orchestra. So that was an interesting one. Thought it was all going to be vocal free, but I guess when it's a language you don't necessarily understand, it's not that distracting, right? I was like, well, I could skip it, but I don't think anyone's going to have an issue. Weekly to-dos is our next section up. So we're still on page 26. So here are some different examples on this one. Yeah, Marley, it caught me a little off guard a little bit too. I'll share that playlist with you guys. I'd like to say that I made it, but I didn't. I listened to most of it, but apparently I like tuned out her singing. We got a to-do list. That's what I usually use mine for. A to-do list. Eisenhower matrix, if you're not sure what that is, look at the right-hand corner. It's the do, decide, delegate, and delete. Helps you kind of prioritize what's going on. The Pomodoro technique, that you pick a task, you do 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I find this very hard to do, though I got an app on my computer to try to practice with it. The dread list of the things that you don't want to do, kind of eat the frog first. Things you want to do, self-care list, things you do not want to forget this week. So here are some examples. Here are some other examples. Gosh, that Caroline was kind of a dark movie for a children's movie, don't you think, Rachel? I liked it, but it was definitely darker than I thought it was going to be. So over here we have a bingo board. Here is someone's made an exercise tracker, a need to, want to, um, be things to bees, a mind map. So repurposing that. So all of those are different ways that you can utilize that to-do list. I'll put this example up and then I'll go through the other one in a minute. I'll put some music on and let you guys work. This new update of Zoom is driving me nuts. Trying to turn my camera off. There we go. Okay. We're still on page 26 and we're diving into our habit and activities. Um, so this is one that you may want to take a screenshot of, even if you don't organize them, maybe in the next week or so you do use it. Here are some ways, key habits to think about to up level your life, breathe in fresh air. Maybe it's a little bit of breath work, move your body for 30 minutes, prioritize sleep, maybe sleep hygiene, eat a salad, try a new healthy recipe, take a walk at lunch, use the stairs, wear sunscreen, drink a green tea. One of the things they said, if you are low on cash, one of the biggest things that you can do is Experiment with teas and dried herbs to improve your health. That was part of the things of my health coaching school. Cooking at home, reading food labels, cutting back on alcohol, journal, which you guys are already doing. Check, check. Practicing gratitude, eating less meat, making healthy freezer meals, listening to music. Maybe you put a great playlist on when you first wake up in the morning, and that is your habit for the week. Meditate, smile at yourself, laugh often. Invest in your future. Schedule date nights with yourself or with a partner or with your family. Have more nights with friends. Watch less TV. Limit the news, especially during political season. Give yourself a compliment. Maybe put it on a sticky note. Maybe write it in lipstick on your mirror. Get outside. Prioritize and plan your day. Automatically transfer money. Develop a morning routine. Visualize your ideal day. Heck, write about it. That's one of my favorite writing prompts is from beginning to end, what your perfect day would look like. It can be pretty powerful. Develop a night routine. Write down your goals. You're already doing that one. Limit your screen time. Eat a salad or a smoothie. Be playful with your kids. Volunteer. Track your finances. Have a family dinner. Track your progress. Drink a morning glass of water. Maybe you add lemon like Gin O. Learn something daily. Volunteer your time. Read to your kids. Fail often. Review and reflect. Compliment a stranger. Compliment yourself. Do something scary every day. Yeah, some of those were a little repetitive, but I think it still had some pretty good ideas. Here are some different examples. Now, remember, just because it has 5 lines does not mean that you need to put 5 habits. You can put a big old sticker over it. You can see a couple of people did that. Now, some people will put a number in that they are expecting to go to the gym 3 times that week, or that they are going to do no social media for 3 days. If that works for you and it holds you accountable, please add the number. If it doesn't, it stresses you out, please leave it blank. Um, Andrea, I didn't know this, but actually I do decaf green tea. I don't know, I'm sure it has a little bit in it, but I didn't even know it existed until I started doing research for my acid reflux. Here is another example. Some people will circle those circles to show what day they intend to do it on. Here are ones that someone, instead of coloring, is underlining and making little X's on. Someone, once again, is only doing 3, and look, shower, PT exercises, morning chores. That's it. So, it's okay to put a give me one on there. And sometimes, like taking a shower can seem like a really big deal. So that may not necessarily always be a give me for all of us. I'm going to go off camera and give you some time to work and give you a little bit bigger chunk of time on this one. Okay. We're moving on to page 27. Katie calls this the B side, and I think that's funny because for me, this section always takes me the most amount of time. Because if I'm meal planning, I'm going through pages of magazines or online, etc., then writing down the ingredients, looking in my kitchen to see what I have and I don't have. So this one always takes me a little bit longer than the other side. So if that's the same for you, you're not alone. And if you're carrying your computer around the kitchen as you check what ingredients you have, I've been there. Here are some examples of ways that you can repurpose it. It is the biggest area in the journal, so a lot of people do enjoy repurposing it. Meal planner, food tracker, keeping track of leftovers. Jino does that so she doesn't poison herself or her husband. Daily affirmations or scriptures, work or school study tracker, exercise tracker, cleaning plan, gratitude log, mindful activity planner, end of day reflection, affirmations, possibly from the app, types of rest planner, packing list, wardrobe planner, medical condition focus tracker, self care, or maybe weekly favorite. So here's one that's on workouts. Here's one that is definitely more on the regular meal planning. That's the way I usually use mine. And here's someone who has used it as a to do. Over here, kind of looking at planning out their workouts, their big four: exercise, meditation, book, and dinner, maybe tracking your vegetables and your protein, health tracker. And then this is one, it looks like it's like more of a reflection. So I'll leave this one up. I'll pop to the other one. And Gloria, I do get lost for hours also on Pinterest. I have to admit that I definitely do best when I'm subscribing to a site and it prepares it for me and I can take out a couple and add in a couple. That seems to work best for me. And I usually end up planning 3 meals because something usually happens and if I plan 5, it's just not going to get done. And then on the weekend, I have time to be able to go to the grocery store and pick up what we need for those specific meals. I don't know if that's helpful at all or not, but I'll give you some time to work. Okay. Well, Chris, I'm sorry you don't have a Sprouts. I do think that they're probably the most inexpensive place to buy food. I know normally I eat vegetarian, but I'm having a hard time getting my protein intake and not hit too many calories because unless I'm just eating tofu 24/7. So I've done their chicken street tacos and their gyros, and I've eaten them for like 4 to 5 meals and added more veggies. And it's been actually for $14, 13.99. That's like $3 a meal. That's not too bad for not having to cook and a lot cheaper and better for you than DoorDash. Moving on to Mind Body Health Plan. And now you may want to do some screenshots if you are new or some of these are new to you. So you could try doing 7 positive things to try this week. Monday, focus on self-care. Tuesday, clean. Wednesday, digital detox. Thursday, delete. Friday, donate. Saturday, health. Sunday, energize. Or maybe you set some intentions. Mother Nature Monday, Tech Free Tuesday, Breathwork Wednesday, Yoga Thursday, Mindfulness Friday, Self Care Saturday, Meal Prep Sunday. If you're new to some of these things, maybe putting that you're going to meditate or do breath work one day instead of saying I'm going to do it 7 days may be a little more manageable for success. You could also go with a little bit of alliteration, motivation Monday, transformation Tuesday, wellness Wednesday, thankful Thursday, feel good Friday, social Saturday, self care Sunday. Maybe do a weekly check in. Here are 5 different prompts that you could use that you could answer. Build your weekend self care routine. Here are some ideas. Both of those in the middle and on the top right are from our Instagram page. Maybe it's a self care plan of what I feel versus what I need, or maybe something I did well this week, some ways I loved others this week. I love this one too. 4 types of self care and how to practice them. Maybe emotional, physical, social, and mental. You can see that is off our Silk and Saunders page. And you can see that self care plan aligned with that slide I just showed you about I feel I need. I love this one. Here are some real life examples that people have done. You know, you also, I like the right hand corner that maybe it is creating your morning or evening routine and you're checking it off as you're creating that routine. Totally up to you. Or you kind of leave it blank and you can write in what it is that you did for yourself. Like today, I did some Sonder time, I had a breakfast date, and I napped. Because maybe putting it out there is too much, and it's much easier for you to fill it in as you go. So I will put some music on and give you time to work. All right. It seems like bingo boards have definitely been enjoyed in the past in creating a mind body health plan. It's kind of fun to be able to do it that way because maybe you're like, I don't really feel like doing a sheet mask today, but this sounds good to me. And so that gives you a level of flexibility to be able to take care of yourself and do what it is that feels right. Sarah, remind me what brand has those inspirations on the tea bags. I want to buy some for the studio. I used to get them all the time. Is it Yogi or Yoga? I really do. And if you haven't, they are Yogi. Okay, yeah, they're really nice. So I do like the idea of taking the inspirations of the tea bags in that and really taking a moment to make a ritual out of creating the tea instead of just like looking at your phone as you do it. I know it's not easy, but those little moments really do add up. Shopping lists. Here are some other examples as well as a few ideas. Quotes, packing list, word of the day or wordle or whatever score of whatever game you're playing, a mindfulness activity, a bedtime routine, a morning routine, a cleaning chart, mini bingo board, prayer list, drawings or doodles, tracking, taking care of tasks. There is a bingo board ready to go there, a morning routine, a self care, a boring stuff bingo, a prayer list. Here are some other ones. I stole these awesome Halloween ones. I know we're not quite to October, so forgive me. But I took these from Katie. They're so cute. And then, hello today, decorate for Halloween, bookshelf declutter part two. Yeah, I feel that. So like you buy, don't buy. Plans for the week of things that you're doing. All of these are absolutely ways to be able to use that shopping list. Like I said, I usually use mine of what groceries do I need to buy, or maybe what things do I need to purchase for the studio. And then we also are going to look at the I am loving. I don't have any examples of that, but feel free to throw in the chat. I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on these two sections. Okay. Gonna dive into one more little thing. If you're looking for inspiration for your notes page, here are some ideas. Viral generosity, someone using it for Zen tangles. The one on the left hand side was me pulling things out of a magazine that I wanted to keep and remember, but I didn't want to keep the actual magazine. So I did a Mod Podge on it. It's quite therapeutic. Here's someone who created a whole reading log for their page, as well as someone who did another type of collage or things that make them happy. Um, Freestyle journaling, like maybe you take that prompt of what your best day looks like, or maybe you're creating a mandala or something of that, or possibly even a routine of, kind of a flow chart of how you want to work through those days. Share your weekly planter. There will be a monthly social. Oh, a monthly. There's a weekly tomorrow. Yep. If Katie is for monthly, I am weekly tomorrow as well as weekly on Monday morning. Um, Refer a friend, those QR codes. If you want to upgrade to annual, there is that QR. Tell us what you really think. Katie is going to throw in those links as well as the chat. I'm going to put my playlist in, and then I'm also going to share that is the instrumental playlist. I'm going to share one more. I don't know how many of you have heard of the viral book, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. TikTok made me buy it, but it's not as racy as like some racy ones like the Shades of Grey, but it is a little bit racy. So like it or not, that's fine. But the playlist is really good for fall. So let me add that one in, and I'm actually going to take us out with one of their songs. I will be here tomorrow morning as well as Monday morning. It sounds like the next monthly is with Katie as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night and that you feel ready for the week. And I can't wait to see you soon. And if I'm not seeing you before I come back from surgery, wish me all the good vibes, and I'll do the same to you.
Yelling at the sky, screaming at the world. Baby, why'd you go away? I'm still your girl. Holding on too tight, head up in the clouds. Heaven only knows where you are now. How do I love? How do I love again? How do I trust? How do I trust again? I stay up